Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with a little old card. I've done one of these pretty before. Look at this. I was cutting out the designer series paper and I didn't really want to throw that tiny little bear away, so I had him sneaking on the bottom at the back. It's called a flip flap fun fold card because you've got the flip and the flap and the fun fold, and it's great and I love it. I've added the DSP inside. You could have had this DSP on there and swap this for there, but I just loved how it looked. It looks pretty plain, but when you put this flap over then, it's so cute. I mean, you've got space inside to write a message here. You could do some more stamping. I just thought I'd put a panel on the back as well, just in case you wanted to add a nice photograph, in case you weren't going to visit family at Christmas or the holiday season. Perhaps you could put a nice little photo on the back to send just to let them know you're there with them in spirit. So my tree's a little bit wonky, and all it is 2 pieces of designer series paper. This was the bottom half of the tree that was sticking on the top of the designer series paper, and instead of throwing it away, I layered it up. Only comes so far up to give it a 3D effect, and I love the little bear. Now I've done some more fussy cutting. I've got the lovely deers, I've got the bear with the Christmas tree, I've got the other reindeer, and I've popped some on dimensionals. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. I've also got a single deer. This cute, its back end is chopped off because this is one of the pieces on the end. But there's a little seal, there's another bear. Well, there's actually a couple of bears, and there's also one that's been chopped off. So again, don't throw these little bits. Obviously, if he's not there, do it as if he's walking off the page. You know, why would you throw that little piece in the bin when you can just have it so it looks, and then maybe do a snow scene as if he's walking off. Maybe have another little bear sitting there as if to say, where you going? Or even the fox as if to say, where are you off to? But I like to use every bit of my designer series paper. I don't like to throw those bits away. So when we decide what we're going to do, but I'm going to do this again. I might put the trees this time on the outside. And I can't remember. Oh, wait there. Yeah. Oh, I've cut my paper there. So if I have the trees on the front this time. Oh, I can't. My piece is smaller. Oh, mind you, there again though. There's trees on that side, isn't there? But it's cut the wrong way. Ha ha ha. Gaynor's gonna made. No, I haven't actually. I can only have the stripes that way though. We just stick to the same card. How's that? I'll give you your measurements. I'm using a half of an A4, which is 11 5/8. If you're American, yours will be 11. You will then score yours at 4 and 8. Let me think. I've just used my, let me open it. Oh, there goes my bit. Ah, right. You don't have to score even. You're just going to score this at 4 1/4. That will leave you then this piece on here, which is 5 3/4. So your card is 5 and mine will be 5 3/4. You can cut yours down to 5 1/2. So you would score yours at 4. Let me just work that out. Gaynor's on a mission to try and get everyone to do the same card. So if you scored yours at 4, that would leave you then. You don't want 6 inches. So if you scored yours at 4 1/2, let me just guess. So 4 1/2. That would leave you then with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2. Oh yeah, so you would only need a piece that is. So I'm trying to work this out for you girls. Give me a sec. So 4 1/2. And 5 1/2 is 10. Yeah, 10 inches. So you can't. So when you're 4 1/2, just see, I'm baffling myself. So mine's 6 5 3/4. Does it really make any odds? I think it'll still go in your envelope. So, because we're going to chop a piece off. Because I'm going to cut. I'll soon work it out for you now in a minute. We'll get there in the end. And then obviously you've got your DSP. I'm going to cut at 10, which leaves me a 1 5/8 piece to go on the end. I will work that out actually. You're going to need one piece at 4x4, one at 4x4 1/4, one at 2 by 1 1/8, and one at 4 by 1 3/8. You're going to need a piece of whisper white that's 5.5 by 3 3/4. Yours will be 5 yours will be 4 by 5 1/4. And then you're going to need a piece at 4 by 4 1/4. I'm using balmy blue to contrast against, because this is supposed to be balmy blue, this is pretty peacock. So I've used the balmy blue as the arm, and you need that 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then you're going to need extras then for your circles. And I've just used some scrap paper because I'm literally just going to glue an image and stamp. So let's get our card pieces. Let's put these up there. I got all my little bits. So I'm just going to do these. That's for the inside of my card. This is just for the back. So it's any cheap white card. I've already cut the large one. We are going to cut a smaller one in a minute on there. This is going to be for the inside. Right, let me just check. So if you score this at 4.5 right now, let's shufty that. Right, 4.5. That's going to obviously fold over. So you're going to want, and we're going to take a section off. Yeah, so you're going to want to do yours. So you've only got an inch here because your cardstock is 11. So do 4 1/4 like I'm doing, and then cut off 1 1/4. So you will want yours 9 3. Oh, Gaynor, stop it. I don't know. I'll get a piece of scrap in a minute and work it out for you. So I'm scoring mine 4 1/4. Only because my designer series paper is cut. And then I'm going to take my card to 10. Now 4 1/4 to 10 is 5 3/4. Yeah, that's right, 5 3/4. So I've cut my 1 5/8 piece off, which is going to get glued on the end, only so we don't have to waste that piece. And it should actually, it should fit on the end, but it's not. Look, I should have cut my paper. So let's do 1 1/4. So you need to take 1 1/4 off. Let me see if that works now. Oh, it's a little bit short, but I don't mind a gap actually. I'm going to put this right on the end. And this piece is just to hide the arm. So I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Because now that's 1 1/4. When I fold this back, let's get rid of this for a sec. You can't see it when it's flapped over. You've still got a gap, so we are going to put that on the end. And it doesn't matter that we've got a gap between our papers because we are DSP, but you could also, I've made a boo-boo, haven't I? I have. Let me just get a piece of scrap. I've got a piece of scrap here and it's just designer series paper. So let me cut yours down to 11. It's just for me to know where you would do it in America. So, because I don't want anyone to miss out. So I don't need this little strip. I do like this paper though. Right, let's score at 4 1/4. Best thing to do is score at 4 1/4. Fold your cardstock over and then measure. So you want 5.5. So that would give you, let's put that on the 5.5 mark. That gives you 1 1/4. So you need again 1 1/4. So yeah, you cut off at fold your paper, cardstock, take it up to 5.5 and cut. And then you've got the perfect 1.25 to fit on your end there. So my cardstock, let me just check, 5.5. I need to, that's where and my paper's too long. So my paper was 5.25. I'm just gonna have to adjust now my designer series paper, maybe. So look at that, it fits perfect now. So there's no gap, but I've got a separate piece to hide the arm. And I've got a smaller piece to hide the arm here. And if you choose, I might even swap one of these pieces of paper, but I would if it was long enough. And maybe, because would that go with that paper? Because that is cute paper. Oh, I might do that, just to swap it up instead of having the stripe on stripe. Let's cut that to 4 inches. Because my card's 4.25. Well, that's actually 4.125. Yours is 4.25, so you still want the same size DSP as me. And let's do this 4 1/8 then instead of 1 3/8 instead. Right, they're my bits. Let me get them out of the way. Let's get my card in. That would fit on there. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. Then this would go behind, so I can't see the cardstock. Then this would fit on here. I do try and include you all. And then close that. Let me just see. Is that the small? Oh, look at that. That fits beautiful. So we could have the stripes. Or we could have the trees. Oh, I might keep the trees now. And then close. And then, is this going to be any bigger? That is slightly a bit bigger now. So I may be able to turn the trees around and have a slightly smaller border. Oh, let's do that. Let's put this down to 4. We can always make a difference. So I've got my little bits. Let's get rid of those out the way. We'll use them on different cards. We've got all our bits now. I knew we'd get there in the end. I might have to cut. This piece is 1 1/8 by 2 inches. And this is for, let's pop that in there. This is now for the front. I might change the pattern over and have the stripes on the inside. Just having a nose. I know that bar's going to go underneath, but that's cute. I quite like that. And it's an old piece of designer series paper from Stampin' Up. Let me glue that on. I'm keeping it anyway, so I could have kept the flowers that side. Let's see which looks the best. We can have this either way. Oh, I don't know. I like that. No mind. Let's have that side. So we're only going to glue this on at the moment. Perfect. I definitely want the stripes, but I'm not sure which way I'm going to have them. If I'm going to have them that way. And then the trees on that way. I think that looks nice. See how you've got lovely double-sided paper? You can change anything. Yeah, I'm going to keep that on the inside. But if you want trees on the inside and on the outside, go for it. So I'm just sitting that on there for a second. I'm not gluing anything down just yet. Making sure I've got a nice even border. That's cute. That's scrummy. So now I can glue this, and I want to glue that on the back, but I want to keep it in the center, so just going to glue that on, and I'm pushing that up as far as I can. Looks pretty even. And what I want to do now, before I glue this down, I want to just make sure that that's nice in the center, because I can always adjust. Oh, that's perfect, right along that line. And then when we've got our circle on, don't forget we're going to have our DSP under here as well. Our big circle is going to cover most of this, but you just want that background showing. This, oh, there goes my battery. Let me swap that quick. I knew it was on its way out. I like to run them down because otherwise you're only charging half a battery. At least I spotted it this time. So we want to fold that down, line that up. We'll glue the paper down in a sec. And this piece is just to cover this arm, just to give me a tiny little border to contrast all the way through. So isn't that cute? So let's glue this on the arm. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And I'm going to line it up with this designer series paper here. In the middle. And lined up perfectly with this line here. So it's all coinciding. I'm going to attach our designer series paper. Oh no, let's attach our arm now. And you could add this on dimensionals, but I like the fact that it's flat for posting. You don't want to get any on this part of the flap. I'm going to fold this up, and this, you know, is come off the end, so it fits on there perfect, end to end. Just going to give that a nice burnish. Take any soft glue. Give that a nice burnish down. It's nice and close. And then, I mean, you don't even have to have paper. You could just literally decorate and maybe stamp. But I like this. But what I did on my last card, I added everything and then realised my flap. So what I might do this time is put my flap on the inside. And then by the time I add my other circle, let's just flip this over and show you, you're not going to see. So when they open this, your flap is hidden. You could possibly cut two of those out, put one at the front, one at the back, but we're not going to see this section. So while we're here, let's get, oh, are we going to stamp? Now let's get our paper on first. Right, we're going to have trees. Because I think I might use the deers on this one, because deers are always found in the trees, aren't they? Cute, cute, cute. And I'm going to line that up with that top and bottom. A flip, flap, fun fold card. Now our piece of, I might have to chop this down. Yes, I'm going to take this down to 4 by 4. So that's 4. Make sure this is by 4. I think it is. Yeah. Again, you could just do more stamping. I just think it looks cute. And I'm going to have that little bear walking off, I think. Just to decorate the inside. I think it's cute. You can, like I'm saying, you can stamp in there. You could do the stamping first, because you've got 2 sides. But the stamps are photopolymer. Again, I'm just gonna make this look cute with a nice little border all the way around. Yeah, I think, oh, I don't know. See, look, now, look at this. This will be here. I mean, do I need to cut a white circle out? I liked it because I offset this one. Who says you've got to be bang on perfect? And I just liked it. So, I liked it being offset. So, I do love that. I'm just going to hold out. I've got this beautiful mother and baby. Isn't that cute? Perhaps we could even add the father on the arm. Well, they'll all be on the arm. But I've got dimensionals on now. But I think that might be... Oh, I don't know. We could. And he can glue his head down. Just make sure we don't put dimensionals behind. He's already got them on, so we could even use the other deer. That is so cute. I like that. But I also love these polar bears. I'm just going to go with that, I think. So, yeah, no, I've decided. So, I will use them for other cards. Am I going to have his little booty going off the page because I'm using bears again now? Maybe have the little fox saying, "Where you off to?" He might be a bit too big. The little seal. No. I've got this cute little bear that could sit there. Or we could even grab the green polar bear and put him inside as if to say, "Where you off to?" Yeah, there we go. You go have a little storyline, haven't you? I just don't like wasting my designer series paper. And I love adding. I've always done it. I love adding little end pieces, like half a piece of flower, but have it on the end. And then we're going to just glue this gorgeous little bear down. Or we're going to have the fox. Hey, where you off to? This is just so... I'm having a ball. This is so cute. Let's find out what we're going to do. No, he blends in too much. We've already got a polar bear. Let's stick with the polar bears. I did a paper share. So can you guarantee it? As soon as you do a paper share with someone, you want to use every piece of paper and then say, "Wish I had two." I did a beautiful paper share with my friend Pauline because you can guarantee if I hadn't, I'd have loads left. And at the minute, I have hardly got anything left, which I'm grateful for. So let's fold that over. Now we're going to keep that roughly in the centre. You can chop a little bit off and just literally add in a wad of glue in the centre. But like I'm saying, even if I didn't add a white circle now, he would still cover that. You know, I could just leave it like that. But the reason I'm adding the white is so I can pull my tree and bear. Once I've cut the white out and stuck that behind, I can have my sentiment on the white. So let's cut one of these out. I might not even bother with the one on the back. You can tell I've been cutting circles out. This is just want to make sure my paper's on, because the mat's a little bit small. Get my glue out of the way. Let's make sure we've cut. Oh, that's perfect. Cut out lovely. And I love these deckled circles, and I've numbered mine on the backs. I mean, my pens run a little bit, but I put, well, where's that one gone? It's come off, but I've numbered mine on the back of each of my circles, like 1, 2, 14 you get, and I think this one is number 6, and the blue one is number 7. No harm knowing what you've got and what you haven't. And there's no harm if I'm doing a video to tell you what size one I used, because I've numbered them. So now let's fetch this. I'm going to use my black VersaFine. And let's just have a nose where this is going to go. So let's offset this again. I mean, we can fetch this all the way up to here. I mean, you could go further, you know, so it's like this. But I just wanted to offset my circles, so I know I can get my sentiment in the top right hand corner. That is cute. And because it's not Whisper White and glossy paper, it won't take long to dry. So I can clean while I'm waiting for that to dry. Beautiful. Look, now my other ones have dyed and I've only ever used black memento. So let's line this up. I'm just gonna, again, I can keep my sentiment straight. Now I know where it's going. I can add my little bear down there. That is cute. I could add my, I could even lift this up. Let's get this on. Let's gonna determine where we're gonna put this. I may lift it up a little bit, but I want to try and keep my panel I don't want, oh, I see I've got a little bit of glue overhang. I don't really want a little bit of glue overhang. So if you do ever go over with your glue, get your embossing buddy. Takes all the sticky away, every last bit. And then we can position our little bear. I've already, like I'm saying, I cut half a sheet. I didn't do the whole 12 by 12. I wanted to keep some of it because I do like this paper on the back. So I'm keeping my finger. Oh, he's gone over, he's gone over, he's gone over. Don't press. Oh, don't press. Oof. What I might do is I'm just going to peel this one off. Screw it up in your fingers. Use your glue rubber and it'll take the dimensional off. I already put dimensionals on this a couple of last week. Now I know I've got, so I'm going to do the same again on this one. I'm just going to take half of it back off. And now you can add the dimensionals on your circles before adding them on your designer series paper, but that's not sticky anymore. And if it is, just go over and you know for a fact it's not sticky. So I want my finger there. I want to make sure my little bear's straight now. And then when I flip it over, I've got none, but I will give it a rub, just so there's no sticky whatsoever. And there is that cute little bear. So now we've got that gap. We've got our sentiment on there. I may even just put that little cute little bear there. Yeah, I think I will. But not on dimensionals. I'm just going to glue this little fella down. Could have added a seal, but he's got no tail, properly no tail, so I could have had him just like that. Now I'm going to stick with my little bear and I'm going to have him just sitting along my designer series paper without going over. These are just the cutest things I've ever seen. Should I bother with the one on the back? I love these embossing bodies. You buy one and that's it forever. So this is my first one. I got a lovely star on top of my tree. Well, there's already one there. And I found these. I was having a look on my old Memories and More packs, which I keep in a box. I do a nice designer box for each pack and then put them in a box for later on. So, I mean, I could put a little red bow. Oh, I'm going to put that little red bow right on his scarf there. So he's got a little bling and a bit of decoration. How cute is that? I know it's blended in, but it's cute. I'm going to take these little red gems and I'm going to highlight the tree where these little red gems are, because these are old. These have already retired. And I'm just going to add them just to emphasize. This is going to be a card that I give to somebody special. And if you haven't got this, if you've got red Nouveau dots, go over them. If not, glossy accents, and and before it dries, wipe it with or dot each one with your Wink of Stella and then go over with your, what's it called? I've forgotten. Glossy accents. Oh, I think I might, I think I've got, oh, it's a big one. I don't mind the fact that I'm going to put one little tiny green one there, because nobody knows, do they? I might even take that one off and put a green one there. Just to make sure it's stuck on properly. They're cute. I'm going to put a little tiny green Christmas tree there next to this tiny little bear. That is cute. And then I've got these gorgeous glitter sequined, I don't know why they call them sequins, there's no holes. I find a sequin has to have a hole. And I'm not fussed on that hole in the back of the sequin, so I'm glad there's no holes. So I'm going to go with the green. I do love the green. I'm going to put one right on there, on the twig. I'm going to have one here. And I'm going to have one there. I might even scoot him up if I can get it. Oh yeah, I got the backing off. That's cute. So let's put that up there. Am I going to stick my message on the back? I could. I've made it a little bit short now. So taking a notice of my designer measurements. So that's 5 1/4. Let's take this down to 5. Let's see what else we've got in this stamp set. So what have we got there? We've got Make the Season Sparkle. I could just put a little, no, I don't think I will actually. Let me just have a quick look, see what I've got here. The stars are shining brightly now. Wishing you a warm blessing. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got the merriest of trees. I've not used this yet. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's pop that. I haven't used this set yet. Oh, watch out, card coming out. Oh, this one's got presents and everything. So, get myself a block. I've got this one. I'm just going to put it on a slant. I haven't got any ink pads over here because everything I'm doing at the moment is with, oh, what's it called? Embossing powder. I haven't used embossing powder in a while either. So, and let's just add a We wish you a Merry Christmas. In this, oh, that is so cute. I love it. Look, you know I clean my stamp straight away, but this one on this twig, which I've cleaned straight away, it's gone orange. And no matter what, I've even put, you know, my normal cleaning stuff on it, and I cannot get it clean. Just that one stamp out of my stamp set. So let's pop that on the back. Use my tape runner. So you got two places. I mean, I can't really add a photo on the back of this one. Well, I could just cover that over. But isn't that absolutely adorable? So this is the first one with our beautiful bear and the freestanding tray. I added, believe it or not, the metallic thingies, and I wondered why. I got marks on my desk, and then I realised I'd opened it up and forgot that they were on there, and they splattered onto my, so I will add new dots on there. And then we don't need it on this one. We've added those beautiful little gems. Got a little collar, bow on his collar. I could add some glossy accents on the star, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do on the star. I'm just going to get one of these gems. I know it's got plenty on it, but I'm going to give this to my father-in-law. I'm just going to put one little gem in the centre of my stars. And there we go. We've got a flip, flap, fun fold card. Yay, I love it. You could even put another sentiment in there on one of your label punches, but I just think it's just so cute. And it will, this is slightly smaller than that one, so it's American style, English style. So 1 5/8 girls if you're doing the English, and keep your papers the same. I did 1 1/2 and chopped a bit off for the American ladies, but it stands up beautiful. And then you've got this gorgeous little scene. I mean, if you wanted to open it at the back, so you can see the back message, and then when you're ready, you can just even. It will stand up as a triangle. But I hope you've enjoyed. I've enjoyed making them. They're so cute. Love the bears. Come back on the next video. Take care, my lovely people. Oh, glory to our great Lord and Saviour, who gives us our talents to do these wonderful things for you ladies, and I love him to pieces. And he's my saviour. So come back on the next card. Till then, bye.